Welcome back, young royal. Ready for our next session? Great! There are 10 different card types that currently exist. Champion, will, ally, skill, spell, strategy, item, stone, weapon, and union. As previously mentioned, will, ally, skill, spell, and strategy cards are stored in your main deck, while item, stone, weapon, and union cards are stored in your inventory deck. Champion cards stand tall on the field in their own zones. To play S3CCG, you'll need at least one champion depending on the game type. For the classic play style, you'll need 3 champions. Champions are placed in the champion zone. Not familiar with the zones yet, young royal? We'll be covering zones in a separate lesson, but first we'll need to break down the champion card. We're going to be moving pretty fast, so keep up! The champion card looks like it has a lot of components, right? Don't sweat. It can be broken down into 14 smaller sections. First, you'll have the champion name. Only one champion of the same name can be used in a party. The champions you control, or the champions on your team, if playing team game types with friends, are considered your party. Next is the image of the champion. It is an artistic rendering of your mighty hero. Third is the icon of the champion card in the middle of the card. All champion cards are represented by this icon. Fourth, you'll find the species of your champions. There are many species out there. Each species grants the champion bonus or negative stats. Additionally, some weapon and strategy cards may be restricted based on species. Fifth is the main class of your champion. Champions are divided amongst 4 distinctive classes. We will break down the classes and subclasses in our next session, don't worry. Sixth is the subclass. Each class has 3 subclasses, making the total subclasses 12. 7th is the champion prestige. The prestige represents the champion's legendary status. The higher the status, the higher the character's stats will be, and the more markers on the champion's skill tree. There are 6 prestiges: B, A, S, double S, S3, and boss. 8 through 12 represents the champion's stats. 8 is the champion's health points, represented as HP. If the champion's HP is knocked down to 0, they're considered down and are knocked out of the fight. Don't let this happen. Losing a champion could cost you the match. 9 is the attack points of your champion. You'll see this as ATK. Most offensive skills utilize ATK to attack. 10 is the defense points, represented by DEF. When your champion is attacked using ATK, DEF helps reduce the incoming damage. Much like ATK and DEF, SDG and INT have a similar relationship. 11 is the spell damage points, or SDG. SDG is typically used when casting offensive spells to deal damage. 12 is the intellect of your champion, represented by INT. INT is used to reduce the damage inflicted by SDG. 13 is the mastery of your champion. No great hero becomes great without having a signature skill. Learning the most effective way to utilize the champion skill can greatly shift the tide in your favor. Lastly, we have the skill tree of the champion. The skill tree represents the level of skills or spells your champion can use. For example, a basic attack skill like Slash is a level 1 skill. However, if your champion doesn't have an offensive skill marker in their skill tree, then your champion won't be able to use the skill. Your champion can have an offensive, defensive, and/or element marker. All champions are able to use the Ion spells, so you won't find a marker for it.
Now that you know how to read the champion cards, we'll dive in deeper to examine the champion classes and subclasses in our next session. See you there!